Welcome and thank you for joining us for our second half hour of The Factor Uncensored. Now, we have covered this issue before. The high prices you've seen at many restaurants as of late. Fast food isn't immune to inflation either. In some cities, it costs $18 for a damn Big Mac combo. I'm getting like pepper sausage and cheese, slice of bread. We're learning more about why some restaurants, especially those smaller businesses, are going up on prices. Joining us to talk about it, owner of Popular Popcorn, Wanda Anderson, Dax owner, Gwen Solomon, Ultimate Kitchen,
Tamikila Harrison.
I won't mess up your name. And restaurant consultant Crystal Solomon. So Crystal, what have you been able to sit down and tell your clients? Like, okay, this is reality. Inflation has hit. How do you deal with your clients, with this, your customers who come in?
I've definitely been talking to customers and telling them, like, right now is the time to, you know, first of all, don't get scared, because a lot of people are getting scared, especially with the economy. They're nervous. They don't know, you know, when people are going to start buying food more or going out more. I tell my customers that right now is the time to actually table touch. So the customers that do come in the building, make sure that they're enjoying themselves, make sure their food is good, make sure that basically you're getting good feedback and you're trying to retain them customers and get them to come back to your restaurant. And then also, this is the time to downgrade. If you need to downgrade your staff, if you need to downgrade your kitchen, if you need to downgrade what you're spending and putting out, this is the time that you have to do that if you want to survive and be open a year from now, at least the way I look at it right now.
And Gwen, for you and the other restaurant owners here and business owners, how much or percentage-wise has your cost increased over the last year when we saw this inflation in America? That has touched us all.
Yeah, I would say for me about 20% increase. And also I would say that there's the traffic of customers that are coming through the door have decreased, and they're being smarter. They're like, you know, instead of paying so much for food and drinks, I need to be on a budget. Maybe I just spend $30 this time. You know, I got to keep the lights on. I got to pay my rent. I don't have all this money to just go spending, you know, randomly at different places. So, you know, that's one of the things that we're seeing from our customers.
And Wanda, is it tough to pass the price on to your customer? Obviously, you have increased costs as a business owner, wage increases as well. Is that tough to change those prices, look that customer in the face and say, it's a little bit higher this month?
Absolutely. I mean, my business, like I said, is a Popular Popcorn. This is a snack. This is just a treat. So to tell a customer for a bag of popcorn is going to cost them $15 to $20, that's like, are you serious? You know, they're not. And
before, what would it have been average?
Basically, my price point started off for a small bag, for example, the one
we have it here, right here.
Right, so that bag started off at like $4.95, and now it's like $8, so almost double.
Wow.
But then at the same time, when I started this business, a 50-pound bag of sugar cost me $18.99. Now if you go, a 50-pound bag is $38. $38, and this was in 2020.
How do you even reconcile that with your books? Like,
the books don't understand. They don't understand. The math ain't math.
And that's just one ingredient required to make that. Every ingredient that is required has doubled or tripled. Every ingredient.
Oil doubled. The price of chicken is like, you know, at least 30% more than what it used to be. Fish. I mean, it's just the most simple things that people don't understand.
Butter.
And butter. And you when your customers come in, they're wondering why your menu is going up, but you're trying to explain to them that just like when you go to the grocery store, you can't feed a family of 4 with under $100 these days. I mean, it's ridiculous. But we have to alleviate those costs too. And
how are you dealing with it?
Well, for us,
and explain your business model for those who may not be sure.
I'm co-owner of the Ultimate Kitchen. My son is also an owner as well. And we have soul food, American food, chicken and waffles, fishes, shrimp and grits. And inflation has hurt us as well, because we have oxtails, and the price of oxtails go up
tremendously all the time.
People have been stealing oxtail.
Absolutely.
And lamb chops.
That and lamb chops. That and lamb chops. Absolutely.
Steaks anymore.
No.
People have been arrested for stealing oxtail.
Yes, and it is hitting. It is truthfully hitting. We also do price match. We constantly looking at different prices from the store, talking to our people that we buy from, which has been a key. We fighting for lower costs, but inflation is there in the restaurant business.
And when you're looking at your back end and what you take home and how it's shrinking, are you crying?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Absolutely, I am. Because people do not understand that we are dealing with inflation. We also have rent as well. We have lights as well. We have employees to pay. So yes, we're dealing with it, and we're trying to stay open. We want to be open. But inflation is a scare for us in the restaurant business.
And Crystal, and really quick in the last 30 seconds we have here, how would you guys, what message do you want to get to the customers, the clients out there to make them understand we're not just arbitrarily raising prices.
No.
This is about the economy.
I think they need to understand that we're just like your household at home. We have people, your kids is just like our employees. Your rent is just like our rent. Your lights that have to be on is just like our lights. So you have to understand that when we charging gratuity, we're not, I hear a lot of people complain about that, but literally that goes to our employees, the people that's cleaning up, to help trying to alleviate and give more money to our staff and stuff, because some people don't tip and stuff like that. So I think you just have to understand that we're going through all the things that you're going through at home, we're going through at this restaurant as well.
All right, ladies, thank you for joining us tonight here on The Factor. Wish you luck in this economy.
Thank you.
Your ass